I'm somewhat nervous creating this video, but I think it's the best manifestation exercise there is. And it's based on these books. Some of the best books in manifestation. The exercise is not in any of these, but I've combined them to create what I believe to be the best there is. I believe it to be the only way. It changed my life 2 years ago, made me a fulfilled millionaire in 48 hours. And it has done a lot of great to a lot of you guys here on the channel already. But in this video, I'm going to give it to you. No gatekeeping, just straight, raw technique in this video. So follow along. I'm going to draw it on my iPad, and I will show it to you. So stick with me for a few minutes. Firstly, we will need to talk about consciousness. How does manifestation work? What is your consciousness? Who are you really? Number one, to understand how this works. If you don't understand why the technique works, it won't work. Two, the pyramid of manifestation. Why most exercises all point toward an even greater exercise. And number three, the only way. So let's begin. I will jump on my iPad and I will tell you about it. So, I have called this document Tony, There Was No Other Way. And for those of you into Marvel, maybe you have watched Infinity War. Doctor Strange, he looks through 14 million possible realities and sees there's only one reality where they get to beat Thanos, the bad guy in that movie. And the reason why I've called that document that is because there's only one reality where you get to have it all. And in this video, this exercise will show you how to get it all, how to live in that reality, and be only that reality. So every fulfillment that you are looking for will show itself to you. So Tony, There Was No Other Way seems like a good title for this document. And I will give you 2 YouTube comments. People fulfilling their destiny, forgiving old them and deciding to be new them, to deciding to crucify their old selves and be reborn in a new state. That is what manifestation truly is. So first comment, the way you explain these concepts has really accelerated my manifestations. The most recent one being getting my family back after 3 months of turbulence. It was challenging to persist when the physical reality was showing the opposite, but your explanation of the factory order helped me push through, and now I'm reunited with my loved ones. That's powerful, right? It gives me goosebumps. That is what this is about. Truly changing your life. Next one, sharing a personal experience, just 2 days of reversing negative thoughts and turning them into saying thank you for this. As Chris said I should, my anxiety has vanished. Inside my head, when I say I'm loved, I feel an eternal smile. And this applies to money, this applies to health, this applies to everything. So please follow me on this journey where we embark on creating the best manifestation technique there is. Let's dive into number 1, consciousness. This is you, right, at the beginning of your life. And consciousness is not focused on anything. When you are born, you are not attaching to any labels. There's no baby in the world that thinks, yeah, I like this food, or I would like to listen to this song, or I believe I'm anxious, right? You are showing signs of stuff. You are obviously living, you are reacting, you have nuances, you already have a temperament, but you're not really attached to anything. And then your parents, they give you a name, right? And you attach to that with your consciousness. So this is just pure consciousness. You're born that way. And you attach to name. It's not really your name, but you believe in that story that your parents tell you, right? And then they give you another thing. You grow up and you're 4 years old and you have a, I don't know, temper tantrum or whatever. And then your dad says, yeah, I was also like that. So, yeah, it's okay. Or you're always angry or whatever. Giving you a label. Angry. Let's say that, right? This one you are attaching to as well. Because you're a kid, you're just believing that story. Okay, I'm angry. Right? And that keeps on happening. Your aunt, your uncle, your mom and dad, they will give you labels to believe in. And consciousness will focus on that. Bills equals stress. Right? You will see your mom and dad stressing to make enough money to pay the bills. You will attach to that with consciousness and learn that behavior. That's how a kid learns. Looking at what your parents do, listening to what they tell you. That's how you attach to it. Right? Another big one is anxiety. Right? And I know this is ugly, but you'll get it. What you will have to realize is that you are never any one of those. You are always just this in the middle. You are observing things. You are attaching to it. But when you grow up, this is what you will call you. And for this exercise to work, you will have to recognize that this is only you. The observer inside of you. The one just a few centimeters behind your eyes right now as you're watching this video, right? You're looking out through your eyes. That thing inside you is you. The thing that can watch a thought as it appears in your head, that can recognize an emotion that appears in your system, in your body. That's you. You are the observer. Okay? If you don't believe me, go through images in your mind and see how you are somewhat the same in all of these scenes. When you are always in first person, going to a birthday image in your head, going to a football match, whatever, you'll recognize me seeing that scene was the same. It's the same as I am right now. I'm just that consciousness observing out through my eyes. So this should tell you that your consciousness believes itself to be whatever it has been taught. Right? And manifestation is your internal world being reflected in the external world. That is how quantum physics is slowly starting to describe how this universe is actually created by consciousness. Everything that is here was once just consciousness. It was once just vibration. And when you focus your attention on vibration, that vibration slowly solidifies into matter as you see it. It's like damp going into water, going into ice, right? It's the same thing. It's all just water, but it's different states of vibration, okay? And you, being very much concerned about anxiety because you were taught that from your parents, will invite things into your reality that will give you more anxiety. That's the vibration you're sending out. And you are faulty in saying, I'm anxious. Because I am is this, and anxious is this, but it's not you. So maybe I identify with it currently, or my parents gave it to me, or it's a label I believe in, or you can say a bunch of stuff, but saying that you are it is actually repeating it. It's like saying in the mirror, I'm ugly, I'm ugly, I'm ugly. There's no point to it. There's no point in believing a negative story about yourself, because really you're none of it. When you were born, you were none of it, and that's very powerful because then you are all of it. If your parents told you, well, there's no ceilings to life, you're actually very rich, then those would be these labels. And maybe you are not that fortunate that you did not have those labels, but you're that fortunate that you get to watch this video and change that right now. Okay? Number 2, the pyramid. And soon we will arrive at the only exercise you need. The pyramid of manifestation. The pyramid of manifestation goes like this. We have all these techniques down here. Affirmations, visualizations, and really what you're trying to do is change a state. You do not realize that. You ask, but what should I do? What's the correct exercise? How do I go there? But you can't go anywhere. You are always in this middle. You're always just consciousness. And whatever you look at, you believe in. So identity is just what you believe to be true right now. But you can change that. All of these exercises lead to you being more fulfilled, confident, or whatever, right? And then it leads to another thing. And on top of that, this right here is knowing, right? It is knowing that whatever you start associating with in terms of consciousness, that is what is true. So this affirmation down here, let's say that this green box is affirmations, right? I am beautiful. That is supposed to short circuit your system, rewire your brain. And a lot of manifestation coaches, they would like to talk about neuroplasticity and how you can change your brain. I'm not big into why it works, but only that it works. And taking physical matter and explaining how manifestation works is really still looking only in front of the curtain. As a matter of fact, that's just the delivery vehicle of your manifestation. That's just how consciousness made this happen. Because changing your brain is a result of you changing. It's not what does the trick. So this affirmation, I am beautiful, gets you to believe I am beautiful. No changes, but it's supposed to have you believe it. And when you keep on saying it, it's that repetitive thought in your brain that's really tricking you. It's really telling your system, well, I am beautiful. And the moment you know it, the moment that knowing becomes the same as that affirmation, that is when your physical appearance changes. That is when everybody else starts to know that you are beautiful. You start to know it, the world starts to show it to you. So this exercise is not doing anything, except if you believe it to be working. If you say robotic affirmations, I'm beautiful, I'm beautiful, I'm beautiful, I'm beautiful, and you start to believe it, if that knowing, the top of the pyramid, your consciousness, if that label, your consciousness in the middle, right? If you have a new label, which is I am beautiful, then it's working. So you can see how any manifestation exercise in the entire world would work as long as you believe it to be working. Because it's about you. It's about who do you become? What do you know to be true? Right? Now let's go to the exercise, because I don't really want to make this video very long. The exercise that you should do today, that's the only manifestation exercise you should do, is knowing something to be true. And I will explain this exercise by going on a journey with you. And I will start with money. And I will firstly say, so internal world is your external. And when you know about manifestation, you already know that to be true. If you want to vibrationally align with something, you have to become it. And once you become it, you have it. So to have riches, you have to become rich vibrationally. What does that mean? It means that you get to know it as you. You have to attach consciousness to it. And most people think, but there's a huge journey. But that's only because they really believe this story that I've showed you. But that's not you. It's not you. Everything that you're telling yourself is just past you. It's what you once believed, but not anymore. So let's just start off at the very knowing that you would like to know. I'm rich. Right? So what will that give you? That is internally, right? Externally, that will give you riches, right? It will give you money. I am rich. Start there. But you know what happens now. You will have another saying in your head, another state of consciousness. So I will draw it to you, actually. You will go to I am rich. This is the same drawing as the first drawing. But now you will attach to another label, a label you know very well. And you will say, how can I believe that? Another state of consciousness. And first one, I'm rich, is producing riches as an external representation of that state of consciousness. Next one, how, is then going to produce a state of how. So the external representation of your internal saying how is going to externally show you more of how. Just keep on being that identity. Now you are embodying how. God only has one face. Allah, consciousness, awareness, whatever you call it. They all say it. Right? Before Abraham, I was. Right? Before any attachment to any label, consciousness, the thing inside you, just existed. Before attaching to any labels. And that label is going to be your representation of your external world. So I am rich is going to be producing riches. How is going to produce how. How can I believe it? And then next thought, another state. What should I do? What should I do, Chris? Right? Another state on that list. Just another thing that is going to be externally shown. What should I do? What? Right? And what is what going to show you in the external? It's going to show you more of what? It's going to show you another representation of you. It's always you being reflected. It's always your perception. There's only one perception. I've told you this many times before. If you know yourself to be John, then you're only John. Like you know your name, you know your age, you know your hair color. You just know that to be true. And if you keep on going on into a point of perception that is not going to give you what you want, then you are not going to get what you want. So there's no trying involved in manifestation. Embodiment is not how, embodiment is who. Who do you decide to be? It's a decision. That is the exercise. It is picking who you are. Because all other sentences is just old states that you used to live in. Obviously, you have been in this state before. What should I do? How can I believe? Right? What exercise should I do? Right? And you will keep on going into states. And I'm telling you, only go into this state. And you will say, again, is it that simple? That's just another state. Is it that simple? And how is that going to be reflected in your external world? And if we go back to the quotes in the beginning of this video, you will see that that is what they did to manifest. That is exactly what they did, right? It was challenging to persist when the physical reality was showing you the opposite, but your explanation of the factory order helped me push through. The factory order is mentioning another video where I said that all your vibrations, all your states of perception, your thoughts in your head, your affirmations, every thought, every feeling is an affirmation. It's sending out vibration. Show it to me, show it to you. This reality is dying all the time, and you're repeating it by your internal state. And it's really giving yourself that luxury. Okay, this being shown to me is a back order from my internal factory. So I've been so hard to myself, thinking, this guy been thinking, my relationship is terrible, putting in orders in the internal factory. Obviously, that's still being produced. Now you'll have to make a decision. Will I attach to that with my consciousness and say, that is supposed to determine how I feel? Or will I know myself to be the power of my reality? Will I know myself to be the extension of God? Allah, consciousness, source, awareness, whatever you believe in. And then start believing a new story about God. And I will tell myself God would like me to live in a healthy relationship, right? I would like to live in a healthy relationship, which means I am living in a healthy relationship. That is the only state that is going to produce a healthy relationship. I am. But it's not showing. No, it's not showing because you're not in the state. So he persisted in that state. He chose a state and he walked around in the other states and realized there's only one face of God. There's only one God. So I cannot be in multiple states. I cannot be the one trying to be in a good relationship because then that will be manifested. Hopefully this is clear. I'm trying to walk around in different angles so you really get it. And the next one, 2 days of reversing negative thoughts and turning them into saying thank you. Right? That's the same thing, sticking to the one face of God that you would like to be true. I am as my servant thinks I am. I'm paraphrasing a hadith, right? You're taking thoughts in your head because you know you have attached to them. You also know now, okay, it's not me. It's not me. It's simply not me. It's an old thought, but I don't have to believe in it. I will say it's a very intrusive thought. It's making me annoyed. It's not me. That old reality is a reproduction of my internal world. It's an old song lyric that I don't want to listen to anymore. That reality is dying. So when that thought appears, I'm anxious, you will say thank you for reminding me what I used to make, what I used to believe about God, consciousness. But I don't anymore. That old reality is dying. Now I'm choosing to be not anxious. And you will tell me, but I feel anxious. Take that. Put a circle around it like I would. See that that is a state. If you continue to live in that state, that is going to be reproduced in your external world. Right? This is so simple. Hopefully you recognize this as unbelievably simple. The trick is sticking to it. But after this video, you will know there is no trick. And sticking to it is another state. It's hard sticking to it. Money is not showing up. When will it not show up? I could write all of these all day long, put circles around and say, so that's not the state. I am rich is the state if you would like to make money. I am healthy is the state if you would like to be healthy. I am loved if you would like to feel loved. That's the only state that would manifest the reality that you would like. All right? Just as a bonus. Let's talk about how to do this. Right? In the morning, middle of the day, and in the night, you'll remind yourself who you are. What are the states that I know that if I keep on occupying them, it will show it to me? Because God only has one face. My perception can only be in one place. So I'm not trying to be fulfilled by external reality because external reality will never fulfill me. Fulfillment is mine to give myself because external reality is always a reflection of me. So I can only have money if I have money internally. And if I keep on saying, so when will it show? Then that's the state. And then that is going to be reproduced in the external world. And when is it showing? So you cannot go around saying that you're living in the end for 6 years, 4 years, 3 years, and say it hasn't shown. Well, what hasn't shown? It's a state. Fulfillment is internally. And everything you allow yourself to bathe in, to dwell in, right? Nevillegoddard would say, dwell in it. Know it to be true. Assume it to be true. Then that is going to be reproduced. So it's not, what should I do to be healthy? How can I believe it? Those are states. See them as affirmations, the sentences you write me in YouTube comments, right? So in the morning, I'm so thankful now that I am, and then put on that list whatever you choose to be now. I am so thankful now that I am. And you will start saying that 5, 10 things every morning, midday, every night. And you'll do it for 30 days. You'll do it for 30 days. Right? Because you will allow yourself to be the scientist of your own life. Let's make this as an experiment, right? You'll do this. And then you will do as Neville told you. I remember when. And you will tell this to yourself, or you will tell it to a partner, a wife, a husband, a colleague, whatever, a family member in your visualization at night. And you will say, you will take your desired state and you will put it in the past. Your current state also in the past. And you will say, I remember when I was not rich. What does that imply to your system? What reality is that creating? That the not rich is not here. Right? I remember when I was not healthy. I remember when I had like whatever. And you don't have to do this exercise, but it's a good exercise because it's really landing in your system as a soft little nuance that you don't have to believe in it. You are saying it. And by saying it, you're casting a spell on reality. You are changing as we speak. And you will feel it. And you will know it to be true. And every time you step out of alignment, and that is what the metaphysical meaning of sin is. Sinning is not recognizing who you are. It's not doing the correct thing to yourself. And then you will, every time you sin, you will forgive yourself. Yeah, I forgive myself for creating a reality that I would not like. Every problem in my life is mine. The good thing is every solution is mine. I will always take that desire and I will give myself the fulfillment. Right? You are all that is. You are on both sides. You are the contrast. You are both sides of the polarity. You experience it. You get to experience it. And now you get to fulfill it. You get to handle it. This, ladies and gentlemen, is not pretty. But, if I must say, very powerful. And this is the only manifestation exercise you need. You don't need to see anything. You, as I have seen in my YouTube comments, and I know this myself to be true as well, you don't even have to visualize. You don't have to affirm, you just know something to be true. And in the beginning, yes, you will take discourses, right? You will go down these roads of, it's not showing, how can I do this? How do you stick with it? It's all just perception states. It's states. And as Neville would tell you, it's about changing states. As Joe Dispenza would tell you, it's about changing states. Joe Dispenza would say, when you change your personality, you change your personal reality. And your personality is the thing you believe. That's your state. So every sentence you say, realize it's an affirmation. So when you ask me a question, now my followers have started to act as my co-creators here on the channel, and I'm very pleased. They write, read your own comment. Not that it's helpful, but it is the idea. It is realizing, where's your current level of awareness? What do you know to be true? And the thing you're putting in the comment is the thing you know to be true. Know something new to be true. It's a decision. The decision to realize that you're the powerhouse of creation. That you decide what you would like. If you would like to be rich, know yourself to be rich. And you will never be it if you are waiting for external reality, because external reality will never catch up, because you don't know. You're the factory. Everything that you see is creation of that factory. Yes. If you would like to work with me, link is in description. I help people do this. Athletes, actors, business owners. Level up their identity so they can reach new levels of life. Subscribe to the channel, because for the next few days, I will give you more pieces to this puzzle. But this is the only exercise you need in 20, 24, 25, 26, 27. Yes. Talk to you soon. Get out of here.